Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Yes, I am recording 3DS footage right now, as you can see. No, this is not going to be the new standard. This is not going to be I shouldn't say new because I haven't really played any other 3DS games. This is not going to be the standard for me recording 3DS games. I will be using the Citra emulator if I do ever play any 3DS games. I actually do plan on doing an LP of this game because this is seriously an amazing game. But I just wanted to get that out of the way because I didn't feel like transferring my save file over to my computer, so I'm just gonna record it like this. Tried to make it look as best as possible. It's gonna be in 1080p 60 FPS, and I guess it doesn't look awful, but still, you can really only see the full top screen. It's sort of hard to see the bottom screen. But for those of you who do not know what game this is One Piece Super Grand Battle X for the 3DS. This is seriously a beautiful game. I've mentioned in my Pirate Warriors LP how this is my second favorite One Piece game. And after going back to this game, I realized that One Piece Pirate Warriors 1 does not take the position for second best One Piece game because this game does. This game is the best, and I'm not saying this with like any exaggeration. I mean, I don't know about exaggeration, but like I'm being serious when I say this. This is the best handheld anime game I've ever played. And it is definitely the best handheld anime game on a Nintendo console I've played. I mean, it is the best overall for me, but, like, I guess on the PlayStation side there would be, like, just a little bit of competition. But anyway, this is a guide, but yeah, this is One Piece Super Grand Battle X. It was a game it's a One Piece game. It was released I believe in November of 2014, if I'm correct. It is a 2D fighter, very similar to the Super Smash Bros. Games, specifically Smash Bros. 3DS. I mean, this game did come out like a month after Smash 3DS, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, this game is also like a very heavily Nintendo licensed game, and what I mean by that is this game has amiibo support, which is pretty cool. It's only for the first wave, but you can, and Luigi too. You can tap in your amiibo, and each of the Straw Hats will get a specific costume, based on that character that you put in. So yeah, each of the 9 Straw Hats have one only the Straw Hats, not the rest of the cast, have one costume, and then Luffy has a Luigi. I've done enough rambling. Now I feel like we should actually get into the characters, since that's what the video's about. So let's get this started. Sorry if you can see my hand. But yeah, this game has so there's no real guide anywhere on the internet for YouTube and for on like a website like GameFAQs on how to unlock this game's characters. The only character that people know how to unlock is or that like has a guide to unlock, and you don't even need to unlock him anymore, I'm pretty sure, is if I can get to him, the Marimaro no Mi version of Sabo. But let's actually just get into this. So before I go into how to unlock each character, I will list off every character. Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, Brook, Law, Doflamingo, Diamante, Treble, Caesar, Kimono guy, I kind of forgot his name, Bartolomeo, Akainu, Kizaru, Fujitora, Smoker, Tashigi, Kuzan, Mihawk, Crocodile, Hancock, Jinbei, Bogey, Whitebeard, Marco, Ace, Shanks, Blackbeard, Burgess. I think this is referred to as Lucy, but it's just Sabo dressed up, essentially. Sabo Mariner no Mi, because these two are the same character. Ivankov, Rayleigh, Shiki, I think his name is, and Zephyr. And I don't know about Shiki. I'm pretty sure he's canon, but Zephyr is a filler character. He's the main antagonist of one of the One Piece films, of which I have not seen. So now I'm going to tell you how to unlock each of the characters. I will first start off by going into the 4 characters you don't have to unlock, and then also 2 characters you probably won't have to unlock. So the 4 characters you don't have to unlock are Luffy, Nami, Usopp, and Brook. These 4 characters will, no matter what version of the game you're playing, you will start out with them. Now, the other 2 characters that you will get are, or maybe, one, we have Sabo. If you're playing an older version of the game, I'm able to play the most recent version of the game. Then you will be playing with. Then you have to enter a code. You can find out how to unlock them online. They're actually, even though there's not a lot of information about this game, probably would have a lot of information if it got localized. There is at least information about how to unlock that version of Sabo if you need to. And Marco was a DLC character added in. I don't know if it was the final update or not, but I think he was a free DLC character that you got. And so, yeah. And now after that, every other character you have to unlock. So, it's pretty simple to unlock the characters once you actually find out how to do it. It's just that a lot of people, myself included, will get confused and think you have to do a lot more to unlock the characters than you actually do. So, I'm not going to go in... Actually, I will go in order. So, really quickly, I'm going to back out of here. Sorry if the game audio is a bit quiet. I don't want it to be too loud because I want you guys to be able to hear my voice more than anything. And I know we haven't even gotten into how to unlock any of the characters really yet. And I'm sorry about that. But here we have this game's 7 worlds. So first I'm giving each of them a name. I don't know if these are the official names, but it's just what I'm going to call them. The beginner world. I'm just going to call this one the Fire World. Yeah, that's like the worst one. Worst name I have. Dressrosa Part 1. Marineford. Dressrosa Part 2. I'm just going to call this one the Dream World, considering Shanks is in it and all. And the Extra World, because this one's, like, completely different from the rest of them. And I'm telling you guys this because this is what I'm going to refer to. Okay, now I'm actually going to get into this. So, starting off with Roronoa Zoro, you do have to unlock him. He will be in the second world, the Fire World in the game, as I'm going to call it. He will be there. Along with Sanji, Chopper, Robin, and Frankie. They will all be in the second world. Though the rest of the Straw Hats will be in the second world, the Fire World. Then we have Trafalgar Law, who's actually, you unlock him in the first world, the beginner world, as I'll call it. But what you have to do to unlock each of the characters, and this applies to every character, you have 2 methods for unlocking them. You can either go to the shop and buy them with pirate coins, but I don't recommend doing that because the prices are extremely high, and it's kind of hard to get pirate coins. At least when you do get them, you get very limited quantities, and the characters themselves are very expensive. I should also mention, I don't have all the support characters. I just have the main roster. I don't know how to unlock the rest of the support characters. I'm gonna try and just play more of this game and hopefully get them eventually, but if not, I might have to resort to using my pirate coins, which is why I have not spent them on getting every character's, I don't know what to call them, they're special moves. But, yeah. You have to, but the main method that you're supposed to do to unlock the characters is just defeat them on the map. So, for example, in the Fire World, you'll see Zoro walking around, and once you claim enough territories, as I'll call them, and you get close enough to the point where you can fight Zoro, then you'll fight Zoro, and if you win, then you'll unlock him. And it doesn't apply to every character, but they might also join you in that specific world. Just thought I'd throw that out there. So, as I mentioned, Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, and Frankie are all going to be unlocked in the second world of the game, and Law will be the first world. Now we have Doflamingo, and Doflamingo is actually a bit of an interesting situation. In the first world of the game, I don't know if you're able to unlock him or not, and here's what I mean. You fight him, but you will most likely lose. If you got your characters to a high enough level and you were really good at the game, then maybe before the next window to unlock him, you'd be able to get him, but I still highly doubt it. I don't know if you can unlock him. Now we have Diamante, and I don't actually know for every character in the world you're supposed to get them in. I'm just like... For some of the characters, I'm giving a rough estimate. For some of them, I definitely know. For Diamante, I think you get him in World 3, a.k.a. the first Dressrosa world, but you might not be able to... Oh, I should have mentioned Doflamingo. I just realized I forgot to say this. The real way you're supposed to unlock him is to get to the second part of the Dressrosa world, and he will be in one of the last fights you can go to. You'll fight him, and it is a pretty hard battle, but it is doable, and it's not like you only get one try to do it. You can do it as many times as you want, and when you win, you'll unlock Doflamingo and one other character that I'll get to later. So Diamante, I think you unlock him in the first Dressrosa world, but it might be the second one. Don't really remember. I don't care for Diamante as a character, so I didn't really care when I unlocked him. Treble, I believe, is the first Dressrosa world, but same with Diamante. You can correct me on that. It might be the second one, but all that matters is that they're not hard characters to unlock. You can find them easily and fight them, and you're good. And next we have Caesar Clown. Caesar is actually a character I care about, and I believe I unlocked him in the first part of Dressrosa. The first Dressrosa world, aka World 3. And yeah, you'll notice that I haven't played as a lot of the characters. I've only really played as, I really just pick a few characters and put them as my mains. So, for example, Law is my favorite One Piece character, so that's why I have him maxed out. And Kimono Guy is same as really all three of these. It's either Dressrosa Part 1 or Part 2. I don't think it's one of the other worlds, but if it was one of the other worlds, it'd probably be the second world, the Fire World. I would know if he was in the Marineford world. I know all the characters in that one. And I know he's not in the first or sixth one. Bartolomeo, he is, I'm pretty confident, and you get him in first part of Dressrosa. I'm pretty sure it's not second. I'm pretty sure you get him in first part of Dressrosa. Now we have Akainu, who is definitely a more complicated character to unlock. All I'm going to say is he's pretty tough to unlock. So you can fight him in Marineford, and if you took the Whitebeard route, or aka the correct route to take, and got Whitebeard on your crew, then him and Ace will fight alongside you, and you might have a shot at winning in Marineford. If not, you fight him in the sixth world as the final battle of the game, along with the next character I'll be talking about, Kizaru. You'll beat both of them, but either way, both fights are extremely hard, so... I mean, the one in Marineford is easy if you have Whitebeard on your side. If you don't have Whitebeard on your side, you're screwed. But if you do, then it's easy. But the final Akainu fight in World 6, that one is just impossible. I mean, I did it, but it's very hard. Now we have Kizaru, who you can unlock him, I think, in the Akainu fight. But you will most likely, in fact, I think you do. I don't think you can unlock him from that because you already unlocked him from when you fought Doflamingo in the final Dressrosa world because Kizaru fights alongside him, which is why the fight's really hard. And next we have Fujitora, who is unlocked in the second part of Dressrosa, I believe, but he might be first. Again, I'm getting those two confused, but it's one of those two. And yeah, I think he might be a semi-hard unlock, but don't really remember off the top of my head. Smoker is actually, for the point you're at in the game, a pretty hard unlock. It's in World 2, the Fire World. You have to fight him and Tashigi, who is the next character. If you beat him, you'll get both of them. But yeah, pretty complicated. It's not like hard to find them or anything. Next, we have Kuzan, who you can unlock in World 6 of the game, aka the final world. Final main world, I should say. Once you defeat Shanks, at least that's when I got him. If you fought Z first, you'd get him, or Zephyr first, you'd get him. But I fought Shanks first, and then Kuzan sort of appeared right in front of me, and then I fought Kuzan and unlocked him. And you do want to unlock Kuzan. I'm pretty sure you can try again. I was able to do it first try, luckily, but if you didn't do it first try, you want to unlock Kuzan, because you need Kuzan. I mean, you don't need him, but he will fight alongside you in the Akainu and Kizaru fight, and you're kind of screwed if you don't have him. Next, we have Mihawk, who I believe I got in the second part of Dressrosa. That's what I'm saying, but I can't be definitive about it. Mihawk, along with the next character, I don't have definitive, but I'm just going to say that. Crocodile, I don't know if it was first or second. I can't even take a guess at it because I just can't remember. But it's one of those two parts, and you can run into him there. Hancock is the second world, the fire world. I believe she'll join two of the other Straw Hats, and then when you beat them, you'll get Hancock along with them in the fire world. And now we actually have a kind of complicated unlock. This is Jinbei, one of my favorite One Piece characters, and he's not with the rest of the Straw Hats because he was not a Straw Hat at this point in the story. But Jinbei is unlocked when you complete, so what you have to do is you have to take a specific route throughout, the fourth world. You have to go to the right, like, really to the right. You can't go straight in forward. You have to really go into the right, and then, it is so you avoid one, a confrontation from Ace, and two, a confrontation between Jinbei and Whitebeard fighting against each other. And then you can fight Jinbei and unlock him. It's a pretty easy fight, it's just kind of hard to get there. Oh, whoops. Buggy is actually pretty easy. You might be able to find him in another world, but the main world I found him in was the Marineford world, the fourth world, similar to Jinbei. You just go up, and eventually he'll stop moving, and then at that point you can fight him. And it's a pretty easy fight. Then we have Whitebeard. Now, the Whitebeard's actually another hard one to unlock. You do unlock him in Marineford if you do get him. After you fight Jinbei, right after you'll be able to fight Whitebeard. I want to make two notes about it. First of all, even if you don't win the fight, he will still join your crew, which means he joins you in the Akainu fight, so that's good. But the second note is that the fight is tough. It is very hard. You don't get, anyone supporting you, and it took me many, many tries. I had to keep resetting my game, but I did get it eventually. But yeah, even if you do lose, he'll still join your crew. But if you do lose, you don't get a second try at it also. So I had to save my game and then keep closing out of it so that I didn't have to go through all those fights again. Now we have Marco, and I already explained he's free in the update if you have him. If you don't have the update, then you don't really have a way of getting him. Now we have Ace, who is in Marineford, and if you finish Marineford, you definitely have Ace, because you have to just... Because in order, the finish condition is to, I guess lose to Akainu or win if you're able to, but you just keep going forward. You'll find Ace, he'll break free, and then a bunch of characters will retreat, I think, but you will unlock Ace. But if you go to the Akainu fight too soon, you won't have Whitebeard. You'll just have Ace. Next we have Shanks, who is unlocked in the sixth world. And in order to get him, you have to, you just have to keep going forward and fight him. It's a much easier fight than I originally anticipated. It's not like an easy fight. It's just a lot easier than I expected it to be. Now we have, Blackbeard, aka Marshall D. Teach, I should say. In order to unlock him, you first have to defeat Akainu, which is already a hard task in itself in Marineford. And then he will spawn along with another character, and you have to fight both of them, along with Whitebeard also being on your side. It's a pretty hard, actually, I mean, it's hard, but it's not like the hardest thing I've done, and I was still able to do it first try. So there's that. Next, you have Burgess, who is first world of Dressrosa, I think, actually. That's when you unlock Burgess, but if not, it's the second one. Yeah, he's not in Marineford at all, which kind of surprised me, considering Blackbeard's there. Burgess is not the one accompanying him. Next, we have Lucy, who's actually one of two characters that's just not in any of the maps until you get to the extra map. So you just have to keep resetting the extra map until he's one of the characters that spawns. That's what I did to unlock him. He was the second to last character I unlocked in the game. Now we have Sabo Mariner no Mi. There is a code who I already mentioned. You can either enter the code, or if you have the most recent update, you'll probably already have him as a starter character. Here we have Ivankov, who I had a lot of trouble unlocking. He is in Marineford, but it's impossible to unlock him. I mean, maybe there's a way, but I just couldn't do it. But you'll keep going, and then maybe run into him, but you probably won't, and by the time you catch up to him, Akainu will have killed him, or at least forced him to retreat. But so I went to the extra world and kept trying, and eventually got him. Rayleigh is the same situation as Lucy, and I guess Ivankov, where you have to do the extra world. You have to just wait for him to spawn. I should probably mention how the extra world works. The extra world is essentially this game's very hard mode because it's much harder than everything else. But it works where you do everything. The characters, no matter what, if you win, they'll join you. And you can keep resetting the game, and there's going to be a new set of characters each time. It's not going to be the same set. So that's why. And every character is fair game for spawning. Now we have Shiki, who I'm pretty sure he's canon, but I don't really know because I've never seen him in the anime. But he is the character that will spawn with where is he? Teach in Marineford. If you win the fight against those two, which is a little challenging, I guess, you'll unlock both of them. And then we have Zephyr, who is you find him in the 6th world. After you defeated Shanks and Kuzan, you can go to him, or you can go to the Marines. I don't remember if the Marines spawn, which of the Marines are Akainu and Kizaru, which is the final fight. I don't know if they spawn before or after you defeat Zephyr, but yeah, that's how you unlock him. So yeah, I think that's it. I mean, the basic gist of it is that you just have to defeat the characters and win in just any situation possible. And you don't even have to go out of your way, do all these extra tasks to get most of the characters, because you can just, after you've completed all 6 of the main worlds, you can just go to the extra world and keep retrying until the characters you don't currently have spawn. What I would not recommend doing is going to the shop and buying with pirate coins, because pirate coins are used to, one, get the characters main ultimates, but 2, they're also used for some support characters that I currently don't have any way of unlocking. Right now, I'll just click on Luffy, and I have all these support characters, but there are still just a handful of them I'm missing. I'm just scrolling through them. I don't feel like listing all of them off. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep playing the game and hoping for the best. And then we got Eneru's our last character. Anyway. Sorry if that was sort of just a stupid video. If this was a stupid video I made, I just sort of wanted to make it to highlight this so that people understand that it's not crazy impossible to unlock every character. It's reasonable, you just have to keep playing the game, essentially. Anyway, with that being said, thank you to everyone who watched till the end of the episode. I actually need to say episode. I should just say video. I really do hope this guide helped you, because this is a really good game. I'd recommend emulating it. If not, you're going to have to mod your 3DS. I didn't mod this. I had someone do it for me. But, yeah. I don't think it's going to be in this video. I'm not going to put it in this video. But I will eventually put a save file up so that you guys can download that. And, you know, have fun with all these characters in case you don't want to do any of this. But I know there are people, myself kind of included, that just want to do the work themselves to get the characters. So, as I said again, thanks for everyone watching the end of the video. If you like, please like and subscribe if this guide helped, because liking and subscribing helps me a lot. Have a great day, and I'll pack it back out.